Hello, Torpor. Whatever you like. I hope you're doing well.
Genuine enthusiasm.
Hey there, Tids. Oh, that's a point. You are currently without mod privileges because of what's going off, aren't you? Okay. Uh. This could be a problem. Hopefully, it will be restored soon. I hope so too. Not for my own personal selfish reasons, but because I know this is a big stressor for you, and it would be nice for you to not have a big stressor going on at some point, you know? Hey, Grox, how you doing? Yeah, I really do hope that it all gets sorted out soon, Tids. Yeah, fair play, Tids. Fair play. You want to come up, Porthos? I've been talking to people all day, and you've not been able to see any of them, but none of them have given you treats. How are you feeling today, Grox? Are you feeling any better, or?
Hero Quest is the best game
Hey,
ever made.
Cypher, how you doing? And hello, Boff, as well. How are you? Welcome on in. We've got a nice little party going on here. Sit down, Porthos. Can you sit? You're being so awkward tonight. Oh, beautiful. Cough right into my microphone, why don't you, matey? He's so professional. Just can't get the co-workers these days. Got light in my office. Awesome, Cypher. Is that a good thing? Wait, is that... Yeah, that's a good thing, right? I really like this song. It's so silly. Good thing. Good. And I'm alright, thanks, Buff. I'm a little tired today. Not because work has been stressful or anything like that. Work's actually been very, very good today. It's weird how many times I've said that this week. But I am surprisingly low on energy this evening. Made my cyberpunk red character in Vampire the Masquerade. They are gun-running vampire. Wicked, Buff. That sounds really cool. Okay, so today we're starting on a very special Old Hogwarts Curse request. Actually, you know what? Let's do this the proper way. I mentioned this last stream on Wednesday when I was base coating them, but for those that weren't there for that, I've got 2 Mangler Squigs which have been mildly modified so they don't need gobbos anymore. They've not got a load of chains on them and stuff like that. Thank you for the scritches for Porthos, Buff. He is sitting just off camera. If I move my cushion, Porthos, you can sit back in the chair. Is that better? Is that better? Yeah. You're certainly more on camera now. Yes, thank you for the scratches. Yes, I am wearing my Fight Weapon Future Year t-shirt today. Designed by Wib of Snipe and Wib, and available for purchase on their web store, which I don't have a link to. But what I can do even though you all know who they are anyway, is... Oh, I can't if I do that. So, some of you will already know, we have a little bit of a predicament at the moment. Tids, my mod, hello Tids, is having some account-related issues, and as a result, is unable to moderate for me tonight, and is currently a viewer. So I'm gonna have to kind of man the moderation station myself, so this stream may be a little bit wonk. Also, because I can't put the keyboard on my lap because of the dog being in the way, I'm gonna have to hold the keyboard up here to type, which is just super classy. Oh, thank you very much, Torpor, for putting a link to Snipe and Whip store in the chat. I highly recommend, for anybody that does want to buy a t-shirt from them, that you get the Mothman shirt. The Mothman shirt is the best shirt on the store. I'm not biased in the slightest. Enter? Enter. There we go. Yep. I am going to do a shout out for you as well, Tids, even though at the moment it's kind of... But shout out to Tids. Oh, okay. I forgot it does that when the account doesn't exist. Bit bollocks. Fuck. Yeah. Well, shout out to you anyway. I'm sorry. I'm brought down to your level. I am no prole. Do the thing. No. Sure. Yeah, I kind of want that one. I also, there's talk of them doing a do the thing, yes, one for Longfang and Wib doing Thursday streams together, and I want them both. And this link still works. There we go. Thank you, Tids. So you can still tip Tids, even though you can't follow it. Okay. Right. What was I saying before all of that? I'm sorry if I've missed anybody in amongst all of the trying to do shout-outs for myself with my keyboard in one hand. Yeah, so very special Squigs. There we go. That one still works too. Somebody redeemed an old Zogwart's curse request for a... okay, several actually. Cyborg redeemed one for a Ukrainian traditional embroidery style squig, and I believe it was Nikki. Yeah, Nikki Goth Bunny redeemed one for a pysanka. A pysanka is a traditional Ukrainian Easter egg, which is decorated and coloured in a very similar way to batik. So it's ink dipped and dyed with wax used to block out certain areas of colour. And I've not got a command set up for this because I just didn't have time to do it. But I do have on this scene an image of what I intend to paint on the squig. And I know it's not very big. It might be a little difficult to see for some of you. But that's what we're going for. So it's a very traditional Ukrainian design. The sunflower is the national flower of Ukraine. So I wanted to go for something that was like really going hard on the Ukrainian patriotism, I guess. I'm not going to paint the hand, soul, you sod. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Happy Friday. It's Friday. We made it to Friday, folks. Man, that's cool and complicated. I know, right, Cypher? This is one of the simpler designs I found. They are beautiful. They are so, so gorgeous. There are a couple of artists on TikTok who show the process of making them, and every single design is just absolutely glorious. So much love goes into them. Oh yeah, it's Flat Fuck Friday. It is indeed Flat Fuck Friday. Oh my god. Meh. Also, fucking up sentences Friday for me. Fine and mighty. Bit miffed that I had to restart the new game +1 on Elden Ring. From had the goal to actually patch in the missing NPC questlines. The bastards! How dare they? How dare they fix a problem with their game, the fiends! I hope you're enjoying it though, Sol. I've heard a lot of good things about Elden Ring, and I will play it eventually, when I can be bothered, when I can afford it. Fucking in 2D seems to lack a certain dimension. That's very true, Torpor. The third dimension, in fact. Okay. So, what I need from you folks is a decision on which of these two beautiful squigs is going to be our pysanka squig, and which one is going to be our embroidery squig. What do we think? Both? Both. No, it's got to be one or the other. One for embroidery, one for pysanka. But I can't decide which one to paint the pysanka pattern on. Lefty is more egg-shaped. Lefty. The one on the base. Yeah, no, the camera's the same way around as my hands. What? My brain was going, everyone's seeing it the opposite way around to the way you're seeing it. So they might mean that one. No, they don't. Smooth one makes a better egg, I think. Okay, smooth friend shall become a pysanka then. I'm gonna do something a little bit weird now. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, that. Squig friend is too big. Let's just... There we go. That wasn't so bad. Just fucking about with the camera live on air. Got a little bit too much light from my lamp now though, so let's turn that down a tiny bit. Stay there, cup. That'll do. Right. So, the pysanka has actually got a very dark blue base there. It's not black. It looks kind of black in the picture, but it's a very, very navy blue. So I'm thinking Night Lord's blue mixed with a little bit of black, just to bring it down a little further. And then maybe a blue ink wash over the top of that, just to really, really darken it up in a couple of places. I am thinking all this up on the fly. I have not planned this. Other than the design that I wanted to do, I have not planned this. So this is going to be very much by the seat of our pants. So I'm going with... excuse me, Squig. I'm going with Cantor Blue as our base there. I don't think I actually have... Because there is a Night Lord's Blue, isn't there? I don't think I have that one. Which is hilarious, considering I got all these blues so I could paint my Night Lords. Unless it's in the bag. Let me just check my bag of blues. It's the sandwich bag. What have we got in here? Oh, summit's leaked. Oh, 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 oh. I do have a Night Lord's Blue. Huzzah! Success! Okay, so we'll have that. And let's have... Actually, that might look quite nice. Okay, so we have a couple of options. Please excuse the sandwich bag ASMR there. We have a couple of options for the ink wash. We can either go Aether Blue, which is quite a vibrant blue as you can see, but when it's as the Pope seems so hopeful. Do you want a treat, Porthos? Thank you very much for the treat for Porthos, Soul. Here we go. Oh dear. A little bit of dog treat ASMR for you there as well. You're getting all the ASMR tonight. None of it from me. So we can either go Aether Blue, which is quite a vibrant blue, but I think a single layer of it over the top of a very dark blue will look quite interesting. Or we can go Amethyst Purple. This is a very dark purple. It's very rich. Might add a nice sort of indigo element to the blue base. So we've got a couple of options there. We can decide later because it's going to be a bit before we're ready to do that anyway. But I'll put them there. But yeah, so we're going to go with a Night Lord's Blue as the base now that I've found it. This has been in the bag of shame for a little while, so it needs a good shake. We'll just pop that on the palette. I'm going to need a fair bit of it because the squig is quite large. There is nothing wrong with being a big squig. Big is just as beautiful as anything else. And if big is what you want, then you go for it. I'm going to have to sit at a funny angle because Porthos is sat in my chair in such a way that I can't actually see the miniature because of the light. So I'm just going to have to like sit at a tilt like this so I can see what I'm doing. I may take it off of the painting handle and bring the camera back down a little bit, we'll see. So I'm using my Citadel wash brush for this because it's a really big surface area and this brush is one of the bigger brushes I own. I'm deliberately avoiding the harnesses because we'll paint those probably brown. I believe it was Hans that put this in on Wednesday night. I think you all know that this is my favourite track from the Lord of the Rings soundtracks. So, yeah, it was Hans. Thank you very much to Hans. I don't think you're watching right now, but thank you very much for putting this in. I am always aiming for vaguely hobbity vibes on my streams. They are the wholesome gremlins of the of Middle Earth, and that's what we want here. A little bit of wholesome gremlin energy. Okay, now I'm gonna have to take it off the painting stand because I can't see what I'm doing. It's driving me mad. And there it is, folks. It's Friday night. It's official. The music started and everything. Yeah. And you've got a decent view of what I'm doing. I think I can do that. I do like this camera. Like, it's so much easier to fuck around with it. Disco dancing. I could do with like a disco light redeemable for when we put this on. So that I can just be like,
Hello there.
you know? Hey Hans, how you doing? I mean, we've
Hello
got the hobbies party emote for anybody that wants to use it while this is playing. Feels like an appropriate tune for that. I'm not going to be too precious about if I get paint on the chain here, because it's bound to happen eventually. Northeast Ska Jazz Orchestra. Nice. Thank you very much, Torpor. It's always good to have a spot of ska in the jukebox, and I am a big fan of orchestral ska, which sounds like such a oh, what's the word? It sounds like it shouldn't be a thing that exists. I've lost the word, unfortunately, but yeah, really, really good stuff. And like super happy. Oxymoron, thank you, Torpor. You're a star. Like my favorite ska band are Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra, who are absolutely wonderful. They did I discovered them because they did a ska cover of the Lupin the Third theme tune for a Lupin the Third anniversary album a few years back. Quite a few years back now, in fact. But I really liked that cover, so I went and checked out their other stuff, and I found out that they were essentially one of the first ska bands from Japan, and that the general consensus to them when they first became a band was, what the fuck is ska? Like, ska is not something that's particularly well known in Japan. Probably more so now than it was back when they first became a band, but I just love the idea that they were like, we really like this music and we're going to spread it to the people of our home country, and the people of their home country were just like, this is strange. What on earth is this? This isn't Enka. Hello, Porthos. Oh, look at the cuddle pup. Look at the baby. He just wants to be snuggled so badly. Like, he was up on my lap whilst I was working the other day, and he'd gone to sleep literally on my lap, with his paws across me. And I couldn't get to my keyboard. So I put my keyboard on him, and he slept with my keyboard on him whilst I worked away typing. Because he wanted a cuddle so badly, he did not care about being used as a lap table. And when he decided he'd had enough, he got down. But he's such a big softie. You are. Big softie. Now he's just like, no, I'm not. Look, see, I'm sitting up and everything. I'm not holding the stream hostage by stopping your arm from getting anywhere near that miniature. No, definitely not. Such a baby. have my arm back. Come on, let me. There we go. Hi. Oh, did for those of you that have Twitter, did you see the amazingly adorable picture I managed to get of him the other day as well, where he is booping my snoot with his. Not a big softy, big tough dog. Yeah, exactly. Oh, if people are enjoying this, by the way, the snoot boop, yes. If people are enjoying this track, there is a band called the Pirate Scar Rebellion who I highly recommend. Great music. Great music. Vaguely spooky. It's this kind of ska. It's definitely not your third wave stuff. But it's really nice and chill. It's got wonderfully spooky piratey vibes. And yeah, really good shit. Really good shit. And the band have got a super cool aesthetic. You know, I think I could go for more stuff like this turning up in the jukebox, actually. Stuff that's, you know, kind of chill, but still reasonably up tempo. Especially on a Friday. Wind down from your weekdays and a wind up for the weekend. If you know what I mean. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Is it a tooth? It's not the tongue. It seems so oddly placed. It just got one tooth that's kind of like impacted, is that the word? Where it just comes in super wonk. Maybe that was supposed to be part of a gobbo. Well, the wonky tooth now. I have decided. Maybe a piercing? Oh, it could be a piercing, yeah. I always forget that squigs have piercings. I mean, I think the other one. Have a look. Yeah, the other one's got a nose ring, like a bull. Yeah, I forget that they pierce their squigs. Seems odd. I mean, Porthos has got a little hole in his right ear from where he was attacked by another dog and had to have stitches. But there's just this little hole where it healed up funny. It's kind of hard to heal from a puncture wound. It's kind of why piercings work as well as they do, I guess. But he's got this little hole right at the edge of his ear, and the amount of times I've joked about dressing him up as a pirate for Halloween. Put a little lightweight plastic loop earring in the hole in his ear. Get him a little Jolly Roger bandana. You know, nothing that's going to be detrimental to him, and nothing that's going to make him fussy. Because he's not a big fan of wearing clothes unless they're people clothes. He likes wearing people clothes. But like dog costumes are a big no-no for him. He hates them. And he's a bit too big for his Wesley Crusher jumper now, unfortunately, so he can't be Wesley anymore. Oops. Wasn't supposed to paint that bit. Oh well, it'll be fine. I'm not a big Soups fan, but I do like the Superman theme tune. It's rousing. Maybe the first one was added last stream. Well, the Friday night track was put in by me before this stream started, so everything after it was added this stream. I can skip it if you want. It may have just duplicated it. Oh, Cuddle Pop. He's being a baby again. I know you can't really see that, but I can't even reach the camera to tilt it further down. But he's like rested his head on my leg, and he's trying to go to sleep like this, with his body all weird and contorted like that. Silly pupper. Hey, Soup. Thanks for the gift sub. Sorry I missed it earlier, as I'm sort of floating back and forth between watching streams and other things. Hey, Soup, no worries. That was a... Hang on. I lost my button for a second there. So I basically sub-bombed Longfang so that, for those that don't know how it works, until you're partnered, so when you're affiliated with Twitch, you unlock emote slots by having a certain number of subscriber points, which you get by having a certain number of subscribers. If I'm not mistaken, if you do not use those slots by putting something in them, even if you don't intend to keep that thing, then you will lose them if that sub ends for any particular reason. So whenever I know I've unlocked a new sub, a new emote slot, I always dump something into it, just to pin it, because Twitch ain't taking my emote slots off me. Fuck you, Twitch. Oh, that's not going to get me banned. Anyway, and Longfang has got a couple of new emotes on the way, and I figured, just in case, so that we don't lose the lovely emotes that we already have as subscribers of his channel, I would make sure he'd got enough sub points to cater for some additional emote slots, just in case. So I sub-bombed him, and you were one of the lucky winners, I guess, Soup. So yeah, you are most welcome. Was partially selfish, because I don't want to lose the strong fang emote. Perhaps a little plastic bottle of rum hanging from his collar as well. You can get like tiny bottles of Kraken rum, so I could get him like a tiny bottle of Kraken, because that would be really cute. And then I'd drink it, obviously. No worries, Soup, not at all. I know I missed something. Just gonna...
Hello there.
Or did I not? Get him a red collar with the Superman S to be Crypto the Superdog. No, Crypto the Superdog's a retriever. He can't even be Ace the Bat Dog because he's, you know, not batty looking enough. I mean, he does have like proper little flying fox ears when he's being all cute and stuff, like he is now. Hey Modhale, no worries. As always, we appreciate our key lurkers here. You are not under any requirements to chat if you don't want to. You don't even have to say hello. You can lurk from beginning to end, and I'll still be happy knowing that there are people there. I really do appreciate it. And if people want to announce, I like that one, key lurkers. Yes, I totally pinched that from another streamer. But it's really good. I like that one. That's why I stole it. Yeah, but if you do want to announce that you're lurking, we do have a lurk command, and we even have a lurk emote now. Which is very much themed after the Saturday stream of last weekend. Because it is actually a little Sadako emote. Which I have found on the interwebs. I purchased it on Etsy, full disclosure, and animated it myself. Because I wanted it to be animated. And I've been using it at every given opportunity. Because I love it. Oh, and on a related note, my recent hype about initially it was hype about Dead by Daylight, and then it was Ring specifically. For those that haven't seen any of that, I have been a big fan of the Ring trilogy by Koji Suzuki since I was about 14 years old. So when it was announced that Dead by Daylight was getting their very own version of Sadako Yamamura from The Ring, I was very excited. So much so that it's all of the talk about her and getting to play as her and all that over the last couple of weeks has led me to rereading the books. So I've restarted Ring last night. But I also found out yesterday that there is a fourth book in the series. It is no longer a trilogy. It's a quadrology. There are 4 of them now. And I ordered it, and it is here, and I'm very excited to read it, but I want to reread the other 3 first. Audible doesn't have the Ring books. Yes, there is a reason for that, and I will explain it in a moment, once I have asked Hans about that statement. So Duke Silver is regretting a previous stream right now. What's happened, Hans? Do tell. Please do tell. I've missed quite a few of Duke's streams recently. So I'm switching to my Kalinsky Masterclass brush just to paint in the snoot. An Elden Ring stream where he tried to take down a boss without using summons, and the day after he did it, they nerfed the boss to be more reasonable. Oh no! Oh, poor Duke. But if he managed to succeed at that, then that's like some proper cred, isn't it? Loaned a copy of the movie to a friend whose boyfriend was Billy Big Balls, who never gets scared by horror movies. After the film was over, he insisted on unplugging the TV and turning it against the wall. Oh no, Soup. You see, the hilarious thing about that is, because I've read the books and I know the full story, that would not help. That would not help. Sadie doesn't need power to get through your TV at you. She doesn't even need to come through telly. But that's hilarious. That is the first time I watched the American remake of The Ring, which was the version I saw first. My grandmother phoned the house almost immediately upon the credits starting, and me and the two friends I was watching it with were just like, oh my god. That was hilarious. I was about, oh god, that came out in 2000, I think? Maybe 2003? Yeah, I think it came out in 2003, because that was when the English translation of the first book was originally published. Can she get up your toilet? No, she can't, Kian. I'll explain that in a minute as well. If you want me to, of course. So, the reason Audible doesn't have any of the Ring books is because Audible doesn't have any Koji Suzuki books. None of them have ever been officially produced by their publishers as audiobooks. Oops. There is a guy on YouTube who has done an audiobook version of Ring and an audiobook version of the sequel, Spiral, about a year ago. But there is no official audiobook of any of them. Now, whether that's because HarperCollins have lost some sort of amount of rights to the books or what, I don't know. But yeah, they technically don't exist. They legally don't exist. And I will be honest, when I found that out, I did go looking up to see who owns the rights to the books in English. 'Cause if the rights were contested and therefore up in the air enough that somebody could, say, do a live performance of the books, then I would totally do that for you folks if you wanted me to. But I cannot find any information on who actually owns the rights to the books. So, sadly, I won't be doing that. I might, because it makes me go, oh, read the opening paragraphs to you folks on stream at some point, if you want me to, because I love the opening paragraphs to Ring. I think they set the atmosphere so well. Anyway, it's like 4 hours he could have spared himself because the boss was just kind of broken. Oh, bless him. But he did it. And yeah, as Modhel said, more kudos to him as a result. Bathroom is safe. Yes, the bathroom is safe. Unless you happen to take your phone in with you, Kian. I've seen a few cute romantic takes on Sadako. Yeah, Sadako and... oh, crap, what's her name? I've forgotten it now. The Onryo from The Grudge. Both have a lot of cute romantic variants. Thank you, Torpor. You're a star. I don't know what the quality on those is like, by the way. Is there a Grudge versus the Ring? Oh, there is a Grudge versus the Ring movie. Oh dear. See, I wish they wouldn't do stuff like that. It's like Freddy versus Jason. Nobody needs it. Just let the franchises do their own thing, okay? It's not necessary. Yeah. Sadako, in theory, doesn't need to come for you via a television. She could come for you through your phone screen. She could come for you through your computer screen. Heck, she could maybe even come for you through a book. Because of the nature of what she really is. Oh, I've not heard this in a bit. Nice one, Torpor. I felt sorry for Sadako after reading the first book. Yeah, exactly. She has a really tragic story. And, like, I feel less sorry for her having read all three. Well, I say all three, like there's not a fourth one now. But she suffered a lot through a book. Indeed, Ian. The videotape is just the thing that captured her power in the first place. She perpetuates through media. So, in theory, second book is a trip, isn't it just, Cypher? The third book is a real fucking trip. Painting the toe beans, squiggy toe beans. Like he's got actual squiggy toe beans. Look at those. Yes, love a good toe bean. 3D picture books, hologram sunglasses, infinity mirrors, smart mirrors, billboards, basically anything that can carry an image. Yeah, what hell. In fact, I don't even know if it necessarily has to carry an image. All it has to be able to do is carry her message. Rather like the angels from Doctor Who. Yes, Cypher. Very much so. One of the things that I love about the Ring books is that everyone thinks, oh yeah, it's the books that horror movie was based on. They're horror books. Not quite. Ring is a horror thriller and is very good at being a horror thriller. Spiral is more like a medical thriller, in all honesty. And Loop is just proper falling into science fiction. But they are all technically science fiction books. And I kind of love that. In a weird way, it makes me think about the Tale of the Bamboo Cutter, or Princess Kaguya, if you prefer, which is a very old Japanese folk tale and is often considered one of the earliest works of proto-science fiction. And you don't think it's going to be a science fiction story when you're looking at it. It sounds like it's kind of Thumbelina-esque to begin with. But no. She's from space. It is technically science fiction. It's about people who come from the moon that we perceive to be deities because they're not of this earth, but they're just moon people. They live on the moon. Apparently the Ring books became so popular and well known that the name Sadako fell out of favour. It did indeed. Like, the Ring books really launched Koji Suzuki's career. They made him a household name, and they are the reason he is referred to as the Japanese Stephen King. Not that he's particularly fond of that moniker, as far as I understand it. He's just come to accept it more than anything else. But his work is so beautifully written. I've pre-ordered his next book, which comes out later this year. It's not anything to do with Ring. It's its own thing. And it's I think it's a detective thriller, if I've read right. So I'm quite looking forward to that. Be interesting. Hey, Ren, how you doing? thank you so much for the subscription there. That's 3 months. Thank you so much. Hobby hour, more like horror hour. Teach me more, senpai. I'm always happy to, Rent. I'm always happy to talk about my favourite books. It's Mod's night off tonight, so please give me a second whilst I do my own moderation. Rent is a absolutely fabulous there we go, old school RuneScape streamer. Wonderful chill streams. We often raid him on a Sunday after my stream finishes. And I think Rent streams are wonderful to just chill out and lurk in. Always good music, often very good conversation. Well worth a follow and a watch if you aren't already. I've got stuff I need to sort out for tomorrow. Thanks again for the gift sub and good luck with the rest of the stream. Thank you very much, Soup. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I don't know what time it is where you are. And whatever you're doing tomorrow, I hope you enjoy it and I hope it's good. Take care. It's been lovely to have you here. Hey, Sheridan, how you doing? One in, one out. Oh, sorry, and the moon is Noel Fielding. I'm referring to the Mighty Boosh when I say Noel Fielding is the moon. Yes, I know you are, Kian. Sorry about that. I got distracted by the sub notification there. Find it interesting that the title might not refer to what people think it does. For which one? Cypher. Doing well, just got back from IKEA. Had lunch with the folks, fun stuff all around. Nice. Oh yeah, but that's half the fun of it, isn't it, Cypher? Like, when you know, you know. You know? Yeah. There's multiple layers to the fact that it's even just called Ring. I'm trying really hard not to talk too much about the granular details because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that would like to pick these books or even the movies if you've never seen them up and, you know, enjoy them for the first time. I don't want to spoil stuff, but I do love talking about them because it's so rare that I actually get to do that. Up until discovering that Cypher had read the first and second books, the only person I knew that had read them was my mum, and that's because she borrowed my copies when I'd finished them. And did she say that The Ring was a sci-fi? I did indeed, Rant. Ring is technically sci-fi. It doesn't feel like it to begin with, but once you know the full story, it's very, very clear that it's actually a very masterfully crafted work of horror science fiction. And I was explaining the plot twist to Slow earlier, and he said, "Oh no, that sounds like a total cop-out." No, it's not. It's really well put together. Really, really well put together. This isn't I need to end this somehow. Feel shame that the version of Ring I know the most about is Ring Terror's Realm. That's the is it a PlayStation game? I think it might have been a PlayStation game or a GameCube game. Definitely a console that I don't own or didn't own at the time. Terrible Dreamcast game, that's the one. Yes, it was a terrible Dreamcast game that didn't come out in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's been a couple of, frankly, poor Ring video game adaptations, which I have a small amount of experience with from research rather than from actually playing. I'm more familiar with cute Ghost Wife Sadako comics than I am with the actual source material. Also fair. Watch Spoonies play of that. Oof. Bet that were rough. Honestly, in my opinion, the version of Sadako that is portrayed in Dead by Daylight is the best video game representation of her we've had. But it's officially licensed with and has been worked upon with Kadokawa, who are the company who own the rights in Japan to not only the Ring books but the movies. I believe Suzuki himself actually had a hand in the way she's been put together. Sorry, you're not going to be able to see much of this because I just need to paint his tum. Can't even see what I'm doing myself. Yeah. But she's wonderfully sinister. Like, she's a lot of people, like seasoned Dead by Daylight streamers, have been saying that she is the scariest killer by far. And frankly, she fucking should be. Better than the Pumpkinhead game, that's fair. Oh wow, Sheridan. Heck. Yeah, she is utterly terrifying. Like, I don't scare. I mean, I do scare, but horror movies don't get to me. I am desensitized to that kind of stuff. Have been for a long time. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of the Cantor blue to just do some like highlights on the scales now. Bit too much there. It's fine. Are you painting the squiggy tummy or giving it belly scratches with a paintbrush? Both is good. A Sinistar. Yes! Kian. Also, Sinistar. Great game. I love Sinistar. Yeah, she is terrifying. She's one of the smallest killers they've ever done. She's short. But she is proof that terrifying things can come in small packages. Oh, that's a bit too loud. Hang on. There we go. Yeah. I really like her. I really like what they've done with her. I really like the perks and like add-on items they've given her as well. They feel very appropriate for her character. The whole thing is just really, really well put together. They've done a good job. It's me wanting to play Final Fantasy XIV again. Yeah, you can thank Hans for that. If people are interested in watching the original Ring movies, Ring and Ring 2, the Japanese ones, they are £2.98, I think, on Amazon to keep forever. And the American remakes are like 4 times the fucking price, because of course they are. I think the books are better than the movies, but the Japanese movies aren't too bad. They're certainly scary. Let me go buy them real quick. Indeed, indeed. Purchasing King Rent. So I'm not going to get much of the actual decoration done today, if any at all, considering I was going to finish up at 7. For now, at least, Hobby Happy Hour on a Friday will be roughly an hour. So, did they talk to Danny Elfman about this, or because I presume this is an official Final Fantasy thing, or did they, did they get permission to pilfer Danny Elfman's music? Is what I'm asking, because this is Halloween. As in, this is the song "This Is Halloween," written by Danny Elfman for Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, just with different lyrics. It's the same tune. And the fact that the lyrics are different is really throwing me. I missed a little bit there. So let's get some Night Lord's Blue on that bit of the tail. Yeah, we'll definitely get some of the actual like sunflower pattern on here next week. I'm going to do a little bit more highlighting, and then we'll finish up. I'm actually quite tired. I think I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. And I've got a long stream to do on Sunday, so I need to brace myself for that. Honestly, I think Second is just getting away, seeing what he can get away with, and I am living for it. Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, Danny Elfman doesn't seem to be particularly fussed about if people utilize his stuff. Oh gosh. He's wrapped his head around my charge lead. Like he was going to pull my phone off the desk. What was I gonna... before Porthos derailed me? I don't remember. Shit. Terrible memory. Ah, yes, Sunday. For those that weren't there when I mentioned it on Wednesday, Sunday is my 2nd streaming anniversary. I will have been doing this for 2 whole years. You will have been putting up with my nonsense for 2 whole fucking years. Well done. So we're having a little party. There will be cake for both me and Porthos. Unfortunately, I can't share cake with you all because teleporters don't exist. But there will be cake, there will be party games, there may be, if I can find some, tomorrow, there may even be rum for me. That means mine's coming up soon too. Yeah, scary, isn't it, Tids? Gotta get food replicators going. Yeah, we do. So yeah, I'm going to be doing an extra long stream. I don't know how long it'll go on for. But we'll be playing some Jackbox Party Pack games. I have all of the Jackbox Party Packs, so we can basically just go through all of them. Busy Sunday, unfortunately. Oh, that's fine, Cypher. This isn't me saying you all must be there to celebrate with me. This is just me saying, hey, I'm going to be doing this thing on Sunday. If you want to come along and you're able to, then, I'll be here. I have approached a few good streamer friends who have said that they might be interested in joining me on comms as well. So we'll have some special guests. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be quite a fun little time, and that we can just basically party until I'm too tired to party any further. And the idea is that it'll be a longer one, so you can like pop in and out as you wish. And the same will go for the special guests. If they want to be there for the duration, they can be there for the duration. But if they only want to be there for a little bit, that's entirely up to them, you know. But yeah, I'm quite excited about it. I'm nervous, but I'm also excited. Cooking Moggle Mog in Final Fantasy was added very quickly after Japan had a massive earthquake, which caused a tsunami and killed thousands of people. Yeah, I remember that. At the time the game was set to add the bosses Leviathan and Titan, beast gods of water and earth, whose primary spells are tsunami and earthquake, so they very quickly worked on adding anything else instead. Fair. Fair. This is like, giant tentacruel destroying buildings in Pokemon, and that just happening to coincide with what was going on the World Trade Center. That was unfortunate. I'm getting messages. Buh? Random bit of censorship there. PSG is ironically a good show despite being so weird and crude. Yeah, the little bit of panty and stocking with garter belt that I've seen is not too bad. I mean, I didn't enjoy it enough to bother continuing to watch it. But it wasn't bad. But with a name like that, you know it's going to be crude as all heck. You are working on some Ukrainian folklore squigs. Could you tell me a bit about that? Okay, so it's not folklore. They are traditional Ukrainian art form themed squigs. The one I'm currently painting is going to look something like that when it's done. That is a pysanka. It is a traditional Ukrainian Easter egg. Very lovingly waxed and dyed. Very similar technique to batik. Which I'm probably saying wrong. Yes. So that's what this one's going to be, and its partner, this one, is going to be traditional Ukrainian clothing. So a lot of Ukrainian clothing has very beautiful sort of floral and checkered embroidery on it. It's very detailed, very Elegant isn't the right word, but it's the only one I can find right now. It's very intricate. But these are essentially squigs to represent the importance of that heritage. Okay, I think we've got some good highlights going on there. I'm gonna just do some on the right side of the jaw and then we'll finish up, I think. I might still do the ink wash I was talking about. Too much there. There we go. Maybe a few on the chin, actually. Not got any here. Just to give it a little bit of depth. Because unlike the egg it is based on, this squig has a lot of texture. And we should work with that. Because it's beautiful. All squigs are beautiful. Monster Fight Club has a miniature to support Ukraine. Oh, that's wonderful. That is so wonderful. I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for the fact that I had to spend a fair bit of money to get these guys, and that I've only got the 2 of them, I might have done like an auction when they're done. But I can't afford to replace them at the minute, so. Better. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. We've got some nice shades going on. Oh shit, yeah. Sorry, that's some of the tracks are really quiet, and I just completely forget that I need to turn the sound back down. You can thank Cypher for this one, Sol. And welcome back. Yeah. I think that's a good place to finish up for the night. I'm 15 minutes-ish over on what I was planning on doing tonight. So I'm gonna like go get myself a bite to eat and just relax and see the weekend in lazy style, I think. Yeah, so on Wednesday we'll start adding some of the sunflower elements and some of the sort of little dots and things like that. This will do for now, though. Got a good base going. Good base is important. And until next time, may the brush guide you. Thank you very much, Sol. I'm aware that I'm taking my time with these. I want them to work. I want them to be nice. And it's okay to take your time with stuff. I'm just going to do a little bit of spiel before we finish up. It's okay to take your time with stuff. Not everybody paints at the same speed as some people do. I certainly fucking don't. And that's okay. What's important is that you're having a good time doing what you're doing. Don't feel pressured to paint something quickly. Fuck, don't feel pressured to paint something at all. If you don't feel like painting whatever it is, don't paint it. Paint something else instead. And if you don't feel like painting at all, that's okay too. Sometimes you need to take a break from even the things that you love. Fucking hell, bad apple. I've not heard that in yonks. Fucking Toho, man. Oh, that was a time. Still going, obviously, but heck. Serantis, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. We are about to finish up, but it's lovely to have you here. And if you've been lurking, then thank you very much for the lurk as well. Okay, so I followed just in time for a ride. Oh, that Kalmoji is so cute. Nice choice. That tabletop guy, thank you very much for the follow. Heck, what's going on? Just finished up myself, chilling now. Oh, wonderful. There's nothing better than chilling out after a hobby session on a Friday, in my opinion. Something so good about it. And I'm feeling really pleased with the progress we've made today. What was I painting? I'll quickly show you. This mangler squig is eventually going to look like this. I mean, less egg-shaped, obviously. It was a request by one of our viewers. How many people to raid today? That's okay, I know exactly who we're going to be raiding. We're going to be raiding Longfang91, a good friend of the stream, one of my moderators. It looks so cool. I hope so, Serantis. I'm very, very excited about it. I really want to do it justice. So yeah, we're going to be raiding Longfang, because I've basically dipped out of his stream so that I could stream. So, you know, it's good to pay it forward. It's going to steal the spotlight once finished. I'm okay with that, Hans. I'm okay with that. I hope so, to be honest with you. Right. Gonna reiterate it for everybody, just in case you didn't hear before. I will be back tomorrow from 10 PM UK time for some Hollow Knight. Not going to be playing Dead by Daylight tomorrow on stream. I'm going to get back on the Hollow Knight wagon and see if we can get some progress in that. I have defeated the Mantis Lords, so we can go exploring past their domain. On Sunday, I will be starting at my usual time of 12 UK time, but we will not be carrying on with Broken Age this weekend because it is my 2nd stream anniversary and we're having a party. So if you can make it to the stream party on Sunday, most appreciative. If not, no worries. Yeah, so I think that's all the admin I have to do today, so let's raid Longfang. Seriously, thank you so much everybody for coming along today. I hope you've had a good time. Thank you to the new followers as well. I'm sorry that you've come in at the end there. But hopefully I'll get to see you again soon. Same goes for all of you. And as always, until I do see you next, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wash your fucking hands. And have a great weekend, everybody, because we finally made it here. Right. Go say hi to Longfang for me. Oh, that's okay, Rent. Good luck with your first shift. And have a good night too. Bye, everybody.